23-year-old hiker, missing for 2 weeks, has been found alive and in good health. Hadi Nazari became separated from friends on Boxing Day while hiking in Kosciuszko National Park, and amid a massive search effort, was discovered yesterday by another group of bushwalkers.
The university student survived the ordeal on 2 muesli bars, creek water and berries he foraged in the dense bushland. Our reporter Adrian Reardon was there when Hadi was reunited with his mates in G-High, and she joins us live now. Good morning, Adrian. What an amazing moment. What was it like?
It was absolutely incredible. I think we're still processing how miraculous it is that Hadi Nazari has survived these last 2 weeks out in the wilderness in very varying conditions. As you say, he was found yesterday about 10 to 12 kilometres from here as the crow flies, near an area called Blue Lake. That doesn't mean much though. This terrain is pretty harsh, pretty rugged, very dense, very thick. Goodness knows what he has encountered over these past 2 weeks. We know that he survived, as you say, on creek water, and during the course of the search there were supplies of Hadi's found along the way near waterways. So on New Year's Eve, searchers actually found some rubbish and some hiking poles of his at the Kosciuszko Creek, and then on Sunday they found remnants of a campfire, his camera and a lighter at G-High River. Hadi has certainly covered a fair bit of ground, as have the searchers here at G-High involved in the search. Now I remain at G-High, and behind me is essentially the search area that took place over these past couple of weeks. This area has been really, really busy, normally filled with cars and emergency services vehicles. It's a lot more calmer this morning. There's a sense of relief and, dare I say, a bit more relaxed at the moment since Hadi has been successfully found. There's a few SES members here this morning having a cuppa. They stayed the night because they needed a rest before they drove home this morning across the road at the G-High campground, which is where members of Hadi's family and friends were staying over the course of the search. They're no longer here, but there are other members involved in the search, I think, from Victoria Search and Rescue. Everyone's just having a morning cuppa, very, very pleased with the outcome. Hadi himself remains, as we know, in Cooma Hospital. Physically, he's okay. He's had a few scratches and grazes and was a bit dehydrated, but he's been taken to Cooma Hospital, which is about a 2-hour drive from here at G-High, for further monitoring and further treatment. He's from Melbourne, so no doubt they're going to try and get him down back home as soon as possible. So we'll wait and see what his next movements are for now. But it's just incredible, the journey that he's been on and the search effort involved in this. We heard from New South Wales Police yesterday, Inspector Josh Broadfoot, who just let us know a bit more about the search and what went down.
I'm kind of like in a shock and like full of happiness. He's a hero. Like 14 days without food, like he's doing like perfectly well.
That was one of Hadi's friends we just heard from there, Adrian, who seemed surprised and delighted that he was found in such good health. Do we know anything about what happens now? You mentioned he's in hospital. Obviously, his family is going to want to spend some time with him. Are we expecting any more news from him or the police?
We'll just have to wait and see. Police did say that they're going to be doing a debriefing session with Hadi over the next couple of days, whether that's here locally in the snowy Monero region or down in Melbourne. We'll just have to figure that out. Very keen to touch base with some of the volunteers still here this morning to see how they're faring. They are very, very pleased with the outcome. There was a round of applause that went out yesterday as soon as there was confirmation that Hadi was found, a hip, hip hooray. And it was pretty amazing seeing Hadi's friends literally run to him and embrace him as they saw that he was well and truly alive after surviving what is no doubt a very intense journey in the wilderness these last couple of weeks. Conditions as well, I mean, I'm here this morning freezing, wearing a jacket, and it's been 29-degree days, extremely hot during the day. We've had a heat wave come through this region. We've had a cold change and rain. Goodness knows what Hadi has been through these past 2 weeks.